Let's talk about dating. Listen, for a lot of us, dating is an issue, all right? For many reasons, self-esteem, looks, work, lots of things, not knowing how to speak to people. For lots of us, dating is an issue. Dating's an issue for me. I'm busy. I spend all my time freaking streaming, okay? So that's how it works for me. But apparently, dating isn't just an issue for us, all right? Dating is also an issue for, and I know a lot of us listening to this right now are socialist and unfortunately some liberals, but I love you all the same. It's okay. Actually, I don't, but I love you. All right. Many hugs and kisses. I hope you, if you're a liberal, get well soon. Apparently for conservatives is all of that in a bag of chips because they have another problem on their hands, which is the problem of liberals don't want to date them. They don't want to date them. Okay. And it makes them very sad. People make fun of their fish pictures. People make fun of their Trump hats and their American cowboy hats. All right. And they don't want to date them. And it's gotten so bad that they've had to self-segregate themselves into different apps. They've had to, it's just like farmers only. All right. Conservatives only. They've been it's been keeping them up at night. The problem of lefties and liberals don't want to date them. They look at the fact that they're Trump supporters and it makes them mad that they don't want to be with them. It's very unfortunate. True. They've become terminally maidenless. They've become terminally maidenless and it's an issue and they've decided that they want to have a change. And so they've been making several dating apps. One of those dating apps was called Writer. It's kind of like Tinder or Grindr, I guess, but it's called Writer, where it was a little dating app where it's only for us American goddamn conservatives, all right? And we were going to get here and we're going to finally get ourselves away from the stinky, cringe lefties and liberals who wouldn't care at all for us, all right? Look at this. Writer, the dating app targeted at American conservatives. It was founded by former banker Christy Edwards Loden in order to create a dating app for Trump supporters who felt rejected by apps like Tinder and Bumble. It's amongst the new wave of dating apps that noted discrimination against conservatives, including Donald daters and conservatives. Oh. Imagine How I Met Your Mother. It was on Donald daters. Holy, this is a level of parasocial that I actually was not expecting that I'd see. Holy shit. The fuck, it's true, a lot of entitlement. Imagine being like Donald, yeah, I need to get on Donald daters where we can't fuck Donald Trump, so I guess we'll fuck each other. Jeez. Yeah, it's Donald Duck daters where everybody has to talk to each other in their best Donald Duck impersonation. Yeah, the parasocial spreads into your love life. Dude, imagine like fucking to like a Donald Trump rally that you play on your laptop. Like that's the love music that you put on. That's creepy. That's creepy. All right. That's creepy. Cause I know some of you guys have jerked off while listening to stream. Don't worry. I see you. I see you. All right. Don't think I don't know, but this has just gone too far. Don't keep me on in the background. No, you don't, bitch. I know. Jeez. I didn't say you jerked off to stream. I said you jerked off while stream was going on in the background. Don't pretend like you're hidden. All right. I see you. I understand what's going on. That's what I thought. Here, we can just take a look at Writer really quick. We can go to their website. Oh wait, we can't go to their website because they don't exist anymore. Same with Donald daters and conservatives only. They're kind of gone. So it really didn't work out too well for them. But apparently there's a new one. There's a new one around and Lauren Chen is here. All right. The ever single Lauren Chen, conservative extraordinaire, formerly known as Roaming Millennial, is here to talk about how a new dating app is here. And it, god dang it, who's triggered right now? Do I have any leftists in here? Are y'all triggered right now? Tell me how triggered you are. How triggered are you? Because the right wingers have created dating apps. Are you triggered? I'm very triggered. So true. I'm so triggered right now. Who? 3 out of 10. I'm triggered as fuck. I'm about to throw up. I'm so triggered. I can't believe it. I can't believe they're getting off of dating apps so I don't have to scroll past them. I'm so mad. So Lauren Chen is here to talk about how triggered you are right now. Let's hear what she has to say. All right.
videos talking about the state of modern dating and specifically modern dating on dating apps. And long story short, it's not good. If you haven't seen them already, you can check out some of the videos we've done going over just degenerate Tinder profiles. Those are a lot of fun, but also.
Oh, dude, the state of modern dating. Some people want something out of their relationships that I don't. Ew. Can you imagine that there's people that I don't want to have sex with? Ew. Degenerate equals blue hair. That's true. Degenerate equals pronouns. That's true. Wait, I got any pronouns in chat? I hope not. You better stay out there. Better stay hidden. Pronouns. Fuck you. You wouldn't believe. I'm so triggered. Fun fact, first names are pronouns. Okay, lab coat.
Also, if you're single, I guess somewhat depressing. And anytime I do a video about dating, I have so many people in the comments just lamenting that they're single, yet they don't know where to go to find a person who actually shares their values and is not just some crazy feminist or male feminist or just otherwise degenerate. Because it's true.
I love it. Where are the people who share my values? Like hating feminism, man. Everybody these days want like women to have rights, and it's so gross. And all the women want rights. It's so disgusting. Like, how hard can you call yourself out? How hard? Oh my, how hard can you self-report? She's slamming that self-report button. I can't believe this. I'm triggered. I'm so triggered. And the thing is, what's really interesting is the fact that she's right to an extent that they don't want to date. They don't want to date like degenerate lefties, but it's less of like that. And it's more of the degenerate lefties don't want to date them. It's really interesting how they'll get, because there've been articles about how mad they are that these people, they like hate them or something, how we don't want to date them, and how that makes us the problem. So much for the tolerant left. We don't want to have sex with Trump supporters. All right, how that makes us look at her face. POV me when I see a man wanting his like sister to have rights. Yikes. Ew. It's really interesting. Most Democrats who are looking for a relationship would not consider dating a Trump supporter. Huh. Wacky how that would work. Here, take a look at this. 7 out of 10 Democratic daters would not even consider being in a relationship with a Trump voter. So this is a Pew Research poll from 2020. I wonder why. Yeah, I do wonder why. It's almost like they share very few of our values. Huh. Wacky. Wacky how that works, huh? Voted for Clinton. 47% wouldn't consider dating. Is a Democrat. 24% would not consider dating. When it comes to Democratic leaners, it's much starker. 71% would not consider dating someone who voted for Trump, and 43% would not consider dating someone who is a Republican. So honestly, if you take a look at these numbers really quick, it seems like it's less of the left is triggered that we don't want to date them, and it seems way more likely that the right's triggered that left-wing people don't want to date them. If you just look at the numbers, really, once you step out of your like little bubble of you guys are always right, correct, and you guys are always in the right, it seems like it's not as dandy as they want to make you believe that it is. You think this will get all the alt-right incels away from their computers? Nah, they won't even attempt to. Yeah, they won't even attempt to be on the apps. Hey, listen, not even like a lot of it depends on what you mean by like incel. I don't like using the term incel that much, but if you're talking about guys who like just fucking hate women and shit like that, I mean, it's not going to work out well for them. I mean, the whole reason why Lauren Southern stepped away from the whole like right-wing alt-right grift movement is because they treat women poorly. The funniest thing is that these women, they're like, I hate male feminists, they're so stinky, but then they'll get avowedly anti-feminist males, and they get mad that they don't get any respect from them. Shit's funny as hell. Wait, here, where is this? Do you guys have that article? Yeah, here it is. It's just probably one of my most favorite article titles and articles that I've read in the last like couple years. Alt-right women upset that alt-right men are treating them terribly. It's so freaking good. I hate feminism. I hate male feminists. I hate all these lefties that want to give women rights. I can't believe these right-wingers could you imagine, imagine my shock. You're really, you're upset that they won't give you rights, huh? Imagine my shock. Have you seen like the cringy shit I've seen? The cringiest shit I've seen in my entire life is like Lauren Southern going on a date with this alt-right dude who said that he didn't really care about her, and he just wanted to make more Aryan babies, and she was like, oh, cool. But did you all see that? Holy shit, it's so freaking good. Wait, I'm losing my mind. I'm not sure if I can find it again, but damn, was that so fucking good. It was her, and it was her on like a mock date where the guy was just like peak like right winger. He's like, oh yes, I can't wait to have kids with an Aryan woman so I can have pure white babies to make sure that our race continues. And she's like, oh, cool. And then she's like, and now she's married to like an Asian guy. It's so good. It's so tasty. They're so fucking stupid. But if anybody has that link specifically, yeah, the leopards weren't supposed to eat my face. But anyways, this all brings us back around to Lauren Southern being trying to say that we're the triggered ones, actually, because the conservatives don't want to date us.
It's hard to be single nowadays, but especially so if you are conservative and you want to start a family or just live traditionally in any way, shape, or form. And this brings us to the issue of conservative focused dating apps.
What do you mean live traditionally? You want to live like a fucking Amish person? What do you mean live traditionally? Most people, what do you mean by live traditionally? Most people are in like a traditional household. Most people who are married are a straight couple who they both work, because right now, like, you can't have a household really where like one can't work, right? It's just like they're a straight couple. They have a couple of kids. The mom is usually the one doing a lot of the cooking, and the mom is usually the one who takes off like maternity leave and who like take care of kids. Like, what the hell are you talking about? What more do you want? Do you want to be like fucking churning butter or something? What more do you want? Genuinely curious.
Now, there have been a couple of these that have come out over the years, and from what I understand, none of them have really been successful. I think with any type of alt tech, it's really hard to get a footing if you're focusing on a small market share. Take Twitter, for example. So many of us hate Twitter, yet we're still there because that's just where everyone else is. Yes, there are alternatives, but so far they're not really a viable replacement. I think the same can be said for dating apps. But anyway, now Peter Thiel is throwing his money behind a new conservative-only dating app called The Right Stuff, and it's kind of funny because the left is really mad about this. As is
no. I think I'll talk about it. Oh no, it's such a small market share. What happened to being like the silent majority, or like you guys are like the vanguard or something, or you guys are the new like counterculture? I thought there was like a big enough share. Apparently, you guys are so fucking lame and so fucking unviable as like when it comes to being like a viable market share to be able to give money to and or pander to, that nobody wants to make shit for you. Wild. Well, how that works. It's almost like nobody really cares about your... It's either a lot of the shit that you've talked about, you've just made up in your head to be a real problem, and nobody gives a shit about what you believe. It's really wild. It's really wild. The thing is, I would like a more traditional style relationship. I think it would be cute. I think that's cute. I think like the stay at home mom trad wife aesthetic, I think that's cute. I've said it before. I think that's cute. Some people don't. Some people think that's cringe. You know, I think the whole like cottagecore stay-at-home mom like aesthetic, I think that's really cute. I like it. And I'd personally be happy with a relationship like that. As long as she's not like my dependent, as long as she can like, you know, do her own thing. I don't want like a daughter girlfriend. I don't want like a daughter wife. You know what I mean? But I think that aesthetic's cute. And lots of people feel the exact same way. This isn't anything new. They want to pretend like they're like, they're the only ones trying to preserve this. I'm sorry. Some gay people exist and they like their gender fuck polyqueer relationships, but that's like 0.2% of the population. And they're just vibing. The thing is, queer people who want this type of stuff, all of them just vibe. All they do is vibe and have fun. But these types of people, they're busy like trying to make their own like dating apps and say that everybody hates them. It's what? It's so cringe. It's so cringe. Of course, people are upset. The Right Stuff. Was that the name of the neo-Nazi blog? Yeah, I think it may have been actually. Conservative reactionaries have the same vibe as BuzzFeed articles that say millennials are doing blank and it's the new craze, while millennials are just hearing about, yeah, like we hear about it through like the article that you write. You must be so angry. You must be so triggered right now. I don't think about you at all. I don't even know who you are. Conservatives being like, you ruined our dating apps, you ruined everything we built for. I don't even know who you are. Damn. Yeah, avocado toast. Stop making so much avocado toast. The Right Stuff. The Right Stuff, TRS, is an alt-right neo-reactionary blog that concentrates on promoting radicalism and white supremacy, literal genocide advocacy. You love to see it. TRS briefly contained the delightful 2016 article, Genocide, the inescapable conclusion. It's weird how that works out. It's weird how that works out, huh? Strange. Curious. Inescapable. Weird. Huh. Yike.
Displayed by this article in the Mary Sue. Peter Thiel to launch conservative dating app because no one wants to date Republicans. It starts off by saying billionaire venture capitalist and enemy of the free press, Peter Thiel has had a busy few years, what with cozying up to Donald Trump and piecing out of the metaverse after its stock tanked. Now the authoritarian fanboy has set his sights on a conservative dating app. Thiel invested $1.5 million in The Right Stuff, an invite-only dating app catering to conservatives living in large progressive cities. The app will launch this summer in Washington, D.C. and looks to be modeled after Raya, only more depressing. So we're not gonna
Oh no, they're so. Did you see that article? Just cracking jokes at the guy and fucking and making fun of him. Did you see how triggered they are? They're so triggered.
I'm gonna go through all of these parts of the article because that's not really the focus of this video, but I just find it funny how opposed to Peter Thiel this author is. She clearly sees him as some sort of demon that's working against democracy because I guess billionaire donors are only okay when they are left-wing. Hey, George Soros, how you doing? The article continues.
Lil J Qing. Here's the thing. I'll say this. When a billionaire gives money to something, I'd rather them give money to like helping trans people not get murdered than like funding politicians that want to push through policy to make black people's voting less viable. I will say that personally. That's good. You know what? You're right. It's good when billionaires donate to good things, and it's bad when billionaires donate to bad things. Incredibly crazy view that I have, right? Wild shit. When they give to good things, it's good. When they give to bad things, it's bad. Got him. More left-wing hypocrisy.
News though, The Right Stuff is the brainchild of former Trump political aide John McCanty, who is considered a key figure in the January 6th Capitol riots. Conservatives have tried to create right-wing alternatives to traditional apps such as Parler, Rumble, and Getter, all of which are considered failures with low engagement and member retention. So I would personally push back on the idea that sites like Getter and Rumble are failures, especially since they have been seeing massive growth lately. But anyway, we're continuing on with this biased article. After all,
didn't she just say at the beginning that almost all of the shit that she's like that they've been trying to push has failed because of their low market share? And I would say like shitty yeah, they're all failures. Yeah, didn't she say at the beginning that all of the like right-wing sort of sites that they've been trying to push have been complete failures? Never heard of those sites? Yeah, because you're a normal person. Wait, also I'm sorry, Getter does sound like Grindr. Getter was full of lefty parody accounts. Interesting. Getter has about 400,000 active users. I mean, they're not huge. They're not like really small, but they're not like huge. You don't hear about them very often. They're not like the world's greatest site or anything. They opened not too long ago, and they have a lot of parody. It's really funny because they have a lot of parody accounts where it's just people making fun of conservatives, which is really funny. But, you know, whatever, I guess.
What good is a social media app if they can't troll the liberals? These apps are just 5 people in a chat room typing "Let's go Brandon" in all caps. So clearly this person hasn't spent much time on Rumble or Getter if she really thinks it's only 5 people, but ironically that actually speaks to her being in an echo chamber rather than the right-wingers who are on these.
Didn't you said all of these are a fail? The article said it's just 5 people saying "Let's go Brandon." Well, I'll have you know, these apps, they have more than 5 people. Got 'em. Bodied. Yeah, they're molding so hard right now.
Sites, but also I would push back on the idea that a conservative-only dating site is anything like Parler, Rumble, or Getter. You see, Parler, Rumble, and Getter, those aren't platforms that are meant to exclude liberal or left-leaning voices. They're simply meant to provide a space where right-wingers can actually express themselves without censorship.
That's not true. Parler. These apps actively ban and censor left-wing voices. This happens all of the time. What are you talking about? It's been verified that this happens. Like, it has 6 people. 7.3 people, actually. Yeah, fuck you. Got him, Mary Sue. Lefties bodied. Yeah, wait, no. Like, they actively suppress and silence left-wing voices on these sites. The thing is, there are huge right-wing accounts and right-wing figures on places like Facebook and Twitter, but not on Getter and what, Parler?
Not the same thing as saying we're only catering to conservatives, even though liberals might take it that way because apparently they can't stand to be on a platform where, you know, conservatives can actually express their opinions. The article then goes on to talk about how
what opinions are they expressing that they're getting banned for? You know what this is like? Every time a conservative says, "Oh my gosh, we're being banned for expressing an opinion," it's like, what was that opinion? What was that? What was it? Could you repeat it for me? Repeat what you got banned for. Would you like to do that for us? It's like asking them to explain the joke Like they make like a weird joke, and you're like, can you explain what the joke is? Hey, what did you get banned for? I was just expressing my opinion. What opinion? Homophobia, racism, misogyny, transphobia. It's always like that. They were just expressing an opinion, bro. It's like the Civil War, man. It's about states' rights. States' rights to do what?
How the Right Stuff will not be the first app that is aimed specifically at conservatives. As I mentioned, there have been other apps that have tried to do this before. Specifically, there's been Writer, Donald Daters, and conservatives only. Now, this author alleges that all of these platforms are down. I haven't been single in over like 5 years, so I can't speak to whether any of them are still up. But honestly, there are other dating apps that cater to niche groups like religious or faith communities, for example, and those seem to thrive okay. So in terms of viability, I really don't think that it's out of the—
Wait, I'm sorry. Just because one app caters to a niche doesn't mean another app that caters to a niche is going to be okay. Are we gonna fucking ignore Donald Daters? We already talked about it. But yeah, Donald Daters is probably one of the cringiest names that I've heard. Imagine an app called Bernie Daters. Oh my bad, Bernie Bangers. There we go. It's called Bernie Bangers, and it's a hookup. It's a hookup progressive app. That shit, it sounds disgusting. Hit. Bernie boners. Hot. Yeah, give me on. Let me in. I'm like shaking. I downloaded. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. Don't let me get in the way. Shaking it. Let me in. Let me in. I need to get in. I need to date. Actually sounds good. Oh my gosh, you people.
The question that a conservative—
Okay, comrade. Okay. All right, we have some marketer. Okay, I didn't know we had marketers in chat. Okay, comrade. Not me, us. Yeah, that not me, us. We're at not me, us dating site where you put people together. There we go. Where's our parasocial dating site? Okay, comrade is pretty good. Yeah, I will. Okay, fine. I'll concede. Okay, comrade. That's funny. That sounds like a bad idea. You live in Ohio.
Dating app would succeed. And honestly, if I had to guess why none of these previous platforms have worked, which I mean, I haven't heard of them, so I'm guessing that they haven't, it would be because of little to no marketing, because again, I haven't heard of them. Because I feel like I've had enough conversations with conservatives who are single and who want to date, but just don't want to date a liberal, where it's like, I can see how this would fulfill a need in the market. But it's interesting.
No. What is she like a marketing expert right now? I remember I talked to a conservative who like doesn't want to date a girl with like pink hair. And I'm pretty sure that this is going to be basically like this is going to be a great opportunity. I haven't heard about them. What happened to them having no marketing? Didn't just like a 1.5 man donates $1.5 million to support a new dating app? They have big donors. What are you talking about? What about the Koch brothers? You're like, they'll talk about like George Soros funding basically everything that they don't like. Whatever happened to the Koch brothers? Or my bad, sorry, the Koch brother. The other one fucking died. Not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying, you know, it happened. There's only one of them left. When are you dropping the Frenzy dating app? That sounds like it would get me in so much trouble. You have no clue how much trouble I'll get in if I date, if I drop like a community dating app. I'll be destroyed. Can you imagine how many Twitter threads are going to be written about me? Sex cult arc. Yeah, dude. Do it, coward. Oh my gosh. Zenderhall got in enough trouble with the Discord thing. Yeah, but honestly, I think it's mostly because he's white. Maybe you know what? Now I'm thinking about it, maybe I can get away with it. And if anybody says anything about it, I'll just say that you're racist because I'm black. Yeah, only tier 4 subs can get in. The shark sex cult rumors. Zan would like to know your location. Yeah, that'd be me on a canceling speed run. I'd be done for, man. You don't even understand. I'd be done for.
Because throughout this article and even online, we see that the left's reaction to this, and clearly this has gotten under their skin. We'll get to why I think that is in just a second. In their minds, they're trying to spin it not as conservatives are looking for other conservatives and they're not happy with the dating market in like the general population. They are framing it as, oh, conservatives just can't find anyone to date them. As this author writes,
that's also true. Listen, you said it was so hard to date. Yeah, you can't find anybody. If you literally have to make a site specifically for you and people like with you, people who think exactly like you, yeah, just admit it. You can't find anybody to date. You're swimming. I'm swimming through a sea of snake bite piercings and gauges and pink hair, and I can't find anybody to date. Yeah, just say it. You can't find anybody to date. Go ahead. That's okay. A lot of us aren't dating either. That's fine. Yeah, you can't find anybody to date. Go ahead, bestie. That's fine. Here, I want to see her getting to like, apparently it triggers us.
I guess conspiracy theories are now an aphrodisiac. When you hate everyone.
Ha! Wait, this author is kind of funny. I bet QAnon. Listen, you know it's really sad when the QAnon is trying to date and your like leftist your leftist date doesn't want to drink your anti-COVID Windex Mr. Bubbles cure-all concoction that you got from under the sink. It's so sad. It's so sad.
And it becomes very hard to find someone who loves you. Okay, I know this is going to be controversial and will definitely rub some people the wrong way, but I don't think it would be that hard, frankly, for a conservative to at least get sex from a progressive, because it seems like many progressives, at least young ones, have little to no standards when it comes to who they hook up with. And that's not even me saying that in a judgmental way. That's just like literally a statement of fact.
Little to no. Well, I mean, desperate people, sure. I don't know. I think it's more like, instead of them having little to no standards, I think it's just like not your standards. You ever think about that? I think it's mostly like not your standards. It seems like once again, it seems like the conservatives are the ones who are fine dating like oh man, she just called us sluts. Some of y'all are sluts. That's okay. That's all right. Babe, are you all right? Babe, are you all right? You haven't eaten your brain force. It seems like the conservatives are the ones who would be mostly fine dating, but don't want to but aren't being able to get matched with. It's very unfortunate, very sad. I feel bad for them.
Like when you pride yourself and base your philosophy and your ideology around sexual promiscuity and openness, obviously it's going to be easier for people to sleep with you. And that's the thing. You might say, well, I would never sleep with a conservative, but it's like, it really doesn't seem like you're having enough conversations with the people that you're sleeping with in order for you to even vet that in the first place. So
you have no clue how this works. You have no clue how this works. I don't know. Are conservatives the ones like I thought conservatives weren't like hooking up like this. Leftist ideology is about having sex. Leftist ideology is peak Coomer brain. Marx once wrote, to come is antithetical to capital. And the more you come, the less capitalist you are. So it is important, comrades, that you come as much as possible and you make other people come as much as possible. For it will bring about the come as a tide will wash over the capitalist society and erode their machines as the crashing waves erode the mountains. That's true. But I'm Ace, Comrade Shark. Sound like we got a capitalist in chat. Thank you, comrade.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe if you really don't want to date or engage in sexual intimacy with people who you don't like,
Cringe.
action to this dating app among the general left-wing population, or at least the left-wing population that is on Twitter, has been similarly hostile from what I've seen. One person wrote, the Smirnoff icing Trump chode John McEntee and Meta Trump douche Peter Thiel are starting a dating app called The Right Stuff where uneffable people can meet. Someone else referred to the app as Incels Are Us. And
Damn. Oh, jeez. Oh my God, he's roasted him. Wait, calm down. Wait, stop. The light from the flame, it burns. Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh, he's destroying them. Holy crap. Yo, why'd you put this in here if you're getting roasted so hard? Oh my jeez, incels are us. Yeah, dude, conservatives posting their L's online. Oh damn, how are you gonna post this? How are you gonna put this one up? Goddamn, incels are us. Bodied.
And one person wrote, interesting that the right-wing dating app funded by Trump megadonor Peter Thiel and run by a Trump aide, The Right Stuff, has the same name as an existing white nationalist podcasting network.
Called out. SDL called out, embodied. I mean, that is true. That is true. Oh, maybe that's where they got the name from. I don't know. Or maybe it was just a nice little coincidence. Yeah, why is she showing off such banger tweets? Wait, why did she remove the likes and dislikes on it? Oh, sorry, why'd you remove how many likes it got? Incels are us. Damn. I've never seen someone that fucking destroyed and then still posting it. Wait, I want to see. Can I find this?
People can meet someone app funded by the app.
Incel are us. Can I find this? I'm not sure if I can find how many this specific tweet. Maybe not. Incel are us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can find it. I'm looking for it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can't find it at the moment. Oh, I mean, if anybody can find it out there, let me know. What's this? She has a humiliation fetish. Yeah, girl, you need to get this like humiliation fetish away from me. This is disgusting. All right. Why are you forcing me to be a part of your kink? All right. You said that you were single. Go like live out your dream, like behind closed doors. Yikes, ew, and ouch. Yeah,
white
do not
nationalist
consent to this.
podcasting network. What I don't understand is that clearly these left-wingers hate right-wingers, right? They don't want anything to do with them, which is fine. Obviously,
Okay.
the feeling is very much mutual. But if that's the case, I don't understand why the concept of right-wingers leaving sites like Tinder upsets them so much. Because if every left-wing person was like, I'm gonna leave Twitter or Tinder or whatever site it would be, I'm gonna leave YouTube, I would be fine with that. Like, it wouldn't upset me.
Wait, they're fine. They're making, wait, do you not understand the concept of being made fun of? Do you not understand the concept of being made fun of? Does it upset them though? It seems not. It seems like, haha, look at you. You can't find anybody to have sex with you. Stinky, incels are us. Fuck you. Does this mean that, do you really think that this means that they want you to stay? We're not upset, we just think it's funny. Yeah, it's called cracking jokes, bestie. You should learn something about it. I thought they knew all about jokes. I thought the right was the one that's humorless. You can't laugh at incels are us. Damn. Come on. It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. I don't know. It seems like the right is the one that's. It seems like the right are the ones that seems way more mad about this. This was a woman who made a tweet that's like, I don't want to date conservative men, and this is a response that she got. Hello, Miss Schlesinger. I read your article about why you would never date a right-leaning person. I would like to tell you that you are one of the most bigoted and unintelligent human beings that I know of. Your entire description of right-leaning people is nothing short of an ignorant generalizations. Nothing short, but that's not how you write that word, but ignorant generalizations and pretty caricatures. Is that how you spell caricatures? And that really shows that you are not very intelligent person nor a very deep thinker. Who would want to date someone like you other than someone who is also an angry, old, decrepit, ugly fuck like you? Very angry, you see. Very upset. Poor baby. I feel bad. Can you explain why not only date a right-leaning person wouldn't want to date you, and also why a left-leaning person shouldn't? You liberals are miserable, unhappy, unfulfilled, narrow-minded, discriminatory, uneducated bigots. Bodied. So as you can see, it's definitely here, listen, you know what's really interesting? Characters and spelling, thank you. You know what's really interesting? In everything that she pulled up about left-wingers saying something, nobody was trying to change their mind. Nobody was trying to change their mind. In the right-wingers' response, they were actively trying to change their mind. They're actively saying, you should date a right winger. You should be open to dating a right winger. You should be open to wanting to be a right winger. All right. All of that. Nobody there was like, oh yeah, you should totally change your opinion to want to date right wingers. It's the kind of the same thing as when I said that I don't want to be friends with a conservative. And then everybody's response was, why would you not? Why? And instead of like, haha, okay. A lot of the responses to that were, you should. Nobody there on the other side was like, oh yeah, you should want to date like left wingers. Once again, it's not the left that's trying to convince the right to want to date them. It's the left being like, nah, I'm good. And the right being like, you guys are such bigots. They unironically feel like they're being segregated or something while they're self-segregating themselves. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't like, you don't share my values. Here's the really big thing is that the right doesn't feel like what they're doing is like that important, right? When they push through laws that discriminate against like either black people or queer people, women, they don't feel like it's that important. They don't feel like when they push for these laws and rules against like immigrants, they don't feel like it's that important, that it's as important as like other things that they value, right? Like those are my values. Those things, I feel very strongly about those things. And those are values that I'm not going to waver on when it comes to being in a relationship with someone. What they believe, what they value is very important, and what they find and what they value when it comes to what they value is very indicative and shown when they go to the polling place, or if they don't go at all. I can know with a reasonable amount of certainty what someone believes depending on who they vote for, right? Or I can tell what they don't believe depending on who they vote for or what they don't care about. And typically what happens is what you can tell is what they value more than other things. Now, they could not be for some of Trump's policies, but what they could care about is something far more than policies that Trump would put forward when it comes to gay people, women, queer people in general, immigrants, right? You could not be for those policies, but something that you do care about is weighed much more highly than that. And so the thing is, If I have values that are mismatched with yours, like you're like, oh yeah, sure, that's bad, but I'm willing to throw all of that away for something else, no matter what that may be. Those are your values. I know what they're for. You care about something much more. You care about something much more than I do, and you care about other things way less than I do. All right? So I think those things are important. And typically, honestly, when it comes to lots of conservatives, it's less of them genuinely being against and hating these types of things. And honestly, a lot of it comes down to them caring a lot less than I do about certain things, which is, I mean, go ahead, but don't think that I'm going to waver on my values and things that I find important simply because you don't. It's weird. And this honestly is a lot of entitlement. It's a crazy amount of entitlement. Like, you feel entitled to being with someone, or someone throwing away their values and things that they believe specifically because you don't care as much about it. I do. It's important to me, and I'm not going to waver on that, and that's fine. But the big problem is they feel like you're the bad one. They feel like you're the one who's being discriminatory. They feel like they're the one who's just, oh, it's just a simple disagreement. It's like, which model train that you like whether or not like laws push through that make like poor people and black people's ability to vote like way harder. Oh, it's just like which model train that you like more. Oh, like laws on abortion. Oh, it's just like which Dark Souls game that you that you think is the best. Oh, do you think that there should be like an easy mode in Cuphead? That's the type of stuff that they think that's the level that they're working on. I think that's far more important. It's far more important than that, but they obviously don't. And you know what? Okay, fuck off. All right, I'm not going to change specifically because you don't care about something. They genuinely think that they're entitled to be able to be opened, be viable for dating simply for existing. Sorry, you don't. You don't. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault that I don't want to date you if you believe a bad thing. It's your fault for believing in the bad thing in the first place. They love to treat politics as a spectator sport. A lot of them I would like to disagree, but a lot of them honestly do. Like, it's a little sport. It's like, do you like the Seahawks or do you like the Patriots? Wow, do you like the Buccaneers or do you like the Dolphins? That's how they view a lot of these politics. And sorry, it's more important than that. And no, I'm not going to be like interpersonal with someone who doesn't care about these types of values. They're very important, and it's going to stay important to me. So there we are. More conservative cringe posting. I'm not upset that they're leaving these apps. Listen, if they go to these apps and they have fun on Donald daters, like, go ahead. I think it's funny, and I'll make fun of it. Sorry. Get better opinions, care about things that actually matter, and stop caring about things that don't. And maybe people would want to like date you. Maybe people would want to have sex with you. Maybe, maybe people would want to be interpersonal with you, spend time with you. They think that you're like a bad person. And you know what? I mean, that's not like wrong for them to think that. Sorry. It's just how it is.